They said I was nothing but the shadow in my own bloodline. A seat never meant for me. A name whispered like a mistake. But what they didn't know was that shadows can grow into storms. My name is Caleb Mercer, I'm 33, and I work the night shift at a steel plant in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Every morning my boots are coated in gray dust, and the smell of burnt iron follows me home. I'd sit at my tiny kitchen table with cold coffee, scrolling through photos of my family, wondering why my chair at the table always felt smaller. I worked, I sacrificed, but I always carried the silence of being unwanted. My older brother Damien wore the crown in our family. He was charming, loud, and always reminded me of where I didn't belong. When bills piled up, I sent money. When the house roof leaked, I drove down and fixed it. Damien? He just laughed. I'll never forget the night he looked me dead in the eye and said, "Caleb, you're just the extra. There's no space for you in this family. You're good for lifting boxes, not building legacies." And the worst part? My parents nodded in silence. They called a meeting at the lawyer's office about the family estate. Damien was there, grinning, tapping his Rolex. I wasn't supposed to be, but I walked in anyway. The will was read, and my name wasn't there. Every property, every business, handed to Damien. I clenched my fists so hard my nails cut into my palms. Damien leaned back, smirking. "See? Even on paper, Caleb, you don't exist." My throat burned, my chest tightened, but I stayed silent. Silence was the sharpest blade I had. That night, while Damien celebrated, I worked. I gathered bank records, contracts, proof of the debts he buried, years of his fraud hidden under family trust. I moved quietly, like steel being forged in fire. They forgot one thing, I whispered to myself. I know where every crack in the foundation lies. Days later, Damien's phone blew up. Creditors, vendors, banks, his empire was collapsing. He called me screaming, "Caleb, fix this. You're my brother, you can't just let it burn." But I said nothing. I just listened to the panic, the sound of a king watching his throne split beneath him. At a public business hearing, with reporters watching, I stood and laid out every document: fraud, embezzlement, stolen funds. Gasps filled the room. Damien stammered, red-faced, "No, this is mine, this is all mine." The judge's gavel hit hard, his ownership stripped, assets seized. Damien fell into his chair, shaking, and me? I just stood, quiet, while the room turned to me, not the shadow, but the storm. Damien lost everything, businesses gone, reputation destroyed, his name spit out in every headline. For the first time, the Mercer name wasn't his to carry, it was mine. I sat in my apartment later, the warm glow of a single lamp on my table, eating dinner in peace. I realized then, family isn't who shares your blood, family is who respects your place at the table. Sometimes, the only way to claim your space is to build it yourself. What about you? Would you have stayed silent, or taken your place? Drop your thoughts below. And if you believe in rising from the shadows, subscribe, more stories are waiting.